everyone! So I am here today with my high-end lipstick declutter, and I know a few of you have been waiting for this video and I've been putting it off because I can't stand the thought of parting with my high-end lippies. Here I am today with this video, so I hope you enjoy it. So let's just get right into it with my MAC lipsticks. I've swatched them all on my hand and I also have them just sitting in front of me here. I'm going to be keeping all of these. I did a swatch video of my MAC lippies, which I will link down below, and I love all of these shades. I'm very happy with my collection. I won't be adding any more to my collection since MAC is no longer cruelty-free, but I'm not willing to part with any of them because I do love them all. So the swatches that I'm going to read out start from back here, and they're going to go in this order. And then I'm just going to point to the swatches on my hand. So if you want to see any more about these lippies, you can just click on my MAC swatch video. So we have Viva Glam 5, Naked Paris, Syrup. This one is Ravishing, and Coral Bliss. Then we have Costa Chic, Vegas Volt, Lustering. This one is Impassioned, and Lady Danger, which is my favorite MAC lipstick. And then finally, these four are Cockney, Plumful, Russian Red, and Rebel. Here are some products from Miscellaneous brands. These first two here are by Kat Von D. I do really like this pink, so I'm going to be setting it aside. It's this liquid lipstick and it dries really matte. It's in the shade Backstage Bambi. This next little mini lipstick I'm going to be letting go of. I can't read the shade name on the bottom, so I will look it up and let you know. I can't remember if I liked this when I actually tried it on in a Sephora lip kit video, but looking at it now, I don't think I'll wear it, and I certainly haven't reached for it since doing that swatch video, so I'm gonna say goodbye to that one. This next one here is by Hourglass, and it's a nude shade that is right up my alley. It is so beautiful. This is in the shade Grace, and it's just this like barely there swatch on my hand here. These next two products are also by Hourglass. These are their little liquid lipsticks. The first one is in Icon, and I'm gonna let that go because it applies really streaky. And then this next one I'm also gonna let go. The formulation is a little bit better. It's in the shade Child, but I just find I don't reach for this product and it's starting to smell a little bit off because it's really old. These next two here are mini lipsticks from Bite Beauty. This first one is a red that I got when I became VIB Rouge in 2013. I'm gonna hang on to that one because it's a really pretty red. And then this next shade here I actually forgot about, but it's the mini lipstick in the shade Pepper. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous color, and I remember wearing this quite a few times because I just loved it. And then I put it aside and forgot about it, so I'm gonna be trying to reach for this one more. All right, these next ones here are by a variety of different brands. I couldn't get off this Kat Von D swatch here completely, so please just ignore this one up here. So in order, these two are by Buxom, and they're both really beautiful, so I'd like to hang on to both of them. This first one here is in Mistress, and then this one here is in Menace. The next two are by Makeup Forever. This one, which is a little bit of a nudie color, I love, and I can't remember what this is called. It's in 6N. And then the red one I think I'm gonna let go of because it's that glossy sheer red that I'm not really a big fan of. And this one is in N45. The next lipstick is this nudie pink peachy type shade, and it's my Anna Sui Lip Rouge G in number 304. So I love this lipstick, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. And then finally, this beautiful shade is by Bare Minerals. It's just gorgeous, lovely, and pigmented, and it's in Never Say Never. So I'm going to be hanging on to all of them except for the Makeup Forever mini in the sheer red. These next lipsticks here are also by a variety of different brands. This first one here that's a beautiful kind of plum color is by Ardency In, and I love this shade. It's in Circa Rose. This next one here is a Shiseido lipstick I've had for ages and ages. It's in the shade S4, and my aunt actually got this for me I think when I was back in university. So this is over 10 years old for sure, and I'm going to be saying goodbye to this one. The next Shiseido lipstick I just got from another one of my aunts very recently, and it's in RD 304. It's not your typical red though. I don't know how to describe this. Maybe it has a little bit of brown in it, but I really like the shade, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. The next three I love, so I'm gonna hang on to all three of them. The one at the top is by Marc Jacobs, and it's my only Marc Jacobs lipstick. It's in the shade Role Play, and it's absolutely stunning. I love it. And the next two are by Givenchy. This one in the middle here is a little mini, and this is in the shade Rose Dressing. And then finally, this beautiful shade here is Brun Créateur. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. These next four here are by Lancome, and then I have four by M. Michel Fawn. So the first one is the Color Design line, and it's in the shade Love It. It's beautiful. I love this shade. And then the next three are all part of the Rouge in Love line. We have number 240M, which is this one here, 322M, which is this shade here, 353M, which is this last shade here. And then the lipsticks by M. Michel Fawn, I really love them all. I was surprised by how much I like these lipsticks. So the first one is in Miss Moneybag. It's one of the sheer lippies, and then the rest are the opaque line. This one here is Misty Mauve, and it's a glossy finish. And then we have Be Mine, which is also a glossy finish. And my favorite red lipstick to wear is this one. It's in the shade Wine Stain, and I actually have a bunch of vlogs where I'm wearing the shade. It's so comfortable on, very pigmented, very opaque, and it wears off really nicely as well. So I'm keeping all 8 of these. These next products are also by Miscellaneous brands. This first one here is by the brand By Terry, and it's one of their sheer lipsticks. I got this in France, and it's an absolutely beautiful shade. Again, I've never worn it, but the texture and the color is right up my alley, so I'm gonna be hopefully trying this within the next little while. The By Terry shade is in Nudissimo, number 1. This next shade is by Shu Uemura, and it's in the shade 330. It's this really pretty coral shade here, so I think I'm going to put this in my summer makeup basket. The next shade is by Clinique, and it's a shade that I've had for a very long time. It's in Bamboo Pink, and I'm going to be letting this one go because I've had it for so long and I never ever reach for it. The next two swatches here are both by Urban Decay. This one is a full-size product in Naked, and then this is a mini in Catfight. I love both of the shades, and I'm going to hang on to them. And then finally, I found this little Bobbi Brown lip gloss. I didn't want to swatch it because I haven't opened it yet, but I'm going to be hanging on to this. I don't have a lot of Bobbi Brown products, so I'd like to give this a try, and it's in the shade Rose Sugar. These next lipsticks here are by Laura Mercier and Too Faced. So I love these Laura Mercier shades, especially the first one and the last one. The middle two have a lot of shimmer in them, and I don't love them as much as the other two, but I think I'm going to hang on to all of these for now and see if I reach for them. So here we have Brown Sugar, Courtesan. This one here is Peony, and finally we have Baby Lips. And you know what, looking at these again, I am trying to declutter, so I think I'm going to let the middle two go. So I'm going to let go of the two shimmer shades, Courtesan and Peony. Now the next lipsticks are by Too Faced, and I love the formulation. The first one is in Naughty Nude, and you can probably barely see it, just ignore this stain up here, but it's the shade that's swatched directly underneath. It's a beautiful nude shade, and I think it works well with my skin tone. Lisa Hatcher got me this in our swab, and it's the item that I requested. This next one here I don't love so much. It's in the shade Marshmallow Bunny, and it just doesn't work very well with my skin tone. I'm going to keep trying it for a little while longer because I do love the Too Faced lipstick formulations, but it's on my list as a maybe to possibly declutter. It's just a really light baby pink. And then finally, the last shade is Spice Spice Baby, and it's a beautiful shade. I love this shade. I've never actually worn it, but it's right up my alley in terms of the types of shades that I like to wear, so I'm gonna hang on to that one. These next ones here are all by Stila. This first swatch is this mini lipstick, and it's in the shade Sonia, and I'm not too excited about this shade. It's not a color I gravitate towards. I feel the packaging is quite messy because this is as much as it will retract down and a bunch of the product is still sticking up. The next products though I really do like. They're the Stay All Day liquid lipsticks, and I have 3 shades that I've opened, so I've swatched them here. This one is such a gorgeous pigmented bright shade. It's in Karina, and how you see it, pretty much neon, is how it looks in real life. I've worn this maybe only once or twice. I did do a review on it. It's quite shocking, but I have nothing like it, so I'm gonna hang on to it. The next 2 are more nudie shades. I don't reach for these very often, so these are sort of in a test phase with me. I'm gonna see if I wear them over the next little while. So this first one here is in Patina, and then we have Dolce, and then this one I haven't opened yet, so I didn't swatch it, but it's a beautiful red shade called Beso, and I do want to hang on to this one because I love the formulation of these. Here I have 2 lipsticks by Deborah Lippmann and 2 by Smashbox. The first one is a beautiful shade called Drops of Brandy by Deborah Lippmann, and then the next one is also by Deborah Lippmann and it's called Under a Spell. I've only worn Drops of Brandy, but the formulation is really nice and I like this shade as well, so I'm going to hang on to both of these. The next 2 are both by Smashbox, and this one is in Chai and this one is in Nylon Nude. I'm actually going to let both of these go. It's not the formulation. I'm wearing Chai now and it's actually quite nice on the lips. However, I just don't like these shades at all with my skin tone. Chai is just a little bit too much of an orangey brown for my skin tone, and then Nylon Nude is a bit too pale. It really washes me out. So I'm gonna be saying goodbye to both of these. So next up we have 4 lipsticks by Chanel, we have 2 by Burberry, and my only Tom Ford lipstick. So going in order, these are my Chanel lipsticks. I have Flirt, Monte Carlo, En Vogue, and La Fascinante. These 3 are really sheer lippies. They're the Rouge Coco Shine line, and then this one here is the Rouge Allure Velvet line, the really pigmented one at the bottom. Beautiful shade. And then the next 2 are by Burberry. This one here is in Golden Peach, and it's their lip cover, which is their more pigmented formulation, and I like to wear this in the summertime because it's got a hint of peach/coral in it. And then Feather Pink is the one I've been working on for ages, and I have only a teeny tiny bit left. And then my Tom Ford lipstick is in Pink Adobe. It's a beautiful shade, but I think it's discontinued. I love the shade for the fall and winter, so I'll be putting this aside until later this year, but it's a beautiful, beautiful shade, and I love the formulation as well. So I am keeping all of these, and I don't think I'm going to be letting go of many more lipsticks from here on out, so let's just go ahead and get into the rest of my collection. These next products are all by Giorgio Armani, and I love all of them, so again, I'm going to be keeping them all. The first 2 here are my Rouge Ecstasies. So these are the more pigmented full coverage lipsticks. So I have 205 and the second one is 500. And then this one here is a Rouge Armani Sheer, and I have it in a plum shade. It's really beautiful. Sorry, these are magnetic, so they're hard to pull apart. And that one is in number 600. And then moving over here, this gorgeous nude shade, which you can probably barely see, is the Rouge Ecstasy line, and it is in the shade 100. And then finally, this beautiful red shade is also a Rouge Ecstasy, and it's in number 400, and this one's just a little mini. This last product, which I haven't swatched yet, is the Lip Maestro in number 500, and I didn't want to swatch it because I'm trying not to open any tube glosses. I just want to make sure that when I open it, I'm ready to use it, and I don't want to get bacteria and stuff in it by swatching it. So I'm just going to hang on to this for now and save it for when I've worked through a little more of my collection. These next lippies here are all by Dior, and these 3 here are the Dior Addict Extreme. So they are the more sheer lip colors, although this one here is still quite pigmented. I have Silhouette at the top here, then I have Cherie Beau, then I have Black Tie. This lipstick here is a beautiful creamy formulation. It's the Rouge Dior, and it's in the shade Grege. I bought this one in France. This lipstick here is a beautiful red. It's also the Rouge Dior formulation, and it's in the shade 999, and it's a mini, so I think I got this as a Sephora bonus. The next shade is the Rouge Dior Balm, so it's another sheer lipstick. I got this in my Dior Secret Diva box, and it's in the shade Lily or Lily. Finally, these last two are Dior Addict lipsticks. This one here is beautiful and very creamy. I got this from my swap with Lisa Hatcher. It's a little mini and it's a gorgeous plum shade, and it's in the shade 783. And then finally on the end here, this is a Dior Addict lipstick, but it is rather sheer and it's in this pearlescent tube. So I got this as part of a Sephora perk, I believe, and it's in the shade 578, if I'm seeing that correctly. So I am hanging on to all of these. So we are coming to the end. These are my YSL lipsticks, and these are probably my favorite in my entire collection. So the first four are the Rouge Volupté Shine, and I have them swatched in order here. So I have 6, 8, 13, and 14. Number 13 was actually given to me by Pebbles, and I love this shade so much. This next shade here is my only Rouge Volupté lipstick, and it's also in number 13. So the difference between the shines and this one is just the level of pigmentation and opacity. So even though this is a light shade, it is more opaque than the ones that I've swatched here, and you can tell that in real life, although I'm not sure if you can really see that in the video. Then I have two lipsticks from the Rouge Pure Couture line. This first one here is in number 66. It's a beautiful shade that has a bit of a glossy finish, and then this last shade here is so beautiful. This is one of my favorite shades in my collection, even though it's dark and vampy, so I don't wear it too often. It's in number 206, and it's a beautiful matte shade. Here are the last products that I'm going to be showing in today's video. These are my YSL Glossy Stains, and this will complete my high-end lipstick declutter. So the first three I have swatched because those are the ones that I've opened and used. And the last one I haven't opened yet, so I haven't swatched it, but this one is in Rose Baby Doll, and it's the most pigmented shade. It's a beautiful fuchsia color. So the three from top to bottom are 103, 105, and 106. And my least favorite is probably 106 because it's a little bit of a coppery shade, and my favorite one is 103. This is the one that's currently in my March-April beauty basket. So I'm gonna hang on to all of these for now, and I'm going to be testing out probably the other two in my May-June makeup basket. So that completes my declutter of my high-end lipsticks. I'm still keeping a whole bunch. So everything fits in this one glossy box except for my minis and also my liquid lipsticks, which I will show you next. My mini lipsticks are all lined up on this side of the box here, and as you can see, this box is rather empty. I decided to split out my minis so they would be more easily accessible, and so I could find them without them getting lost in the larger full-size lipsticks. I also have my liquid lipsticks in here and also my Lip Maestro. I'm going to be seeing if I reach for those. If not, I may declutter them. I'm not a big fan of hanging on to this type of product for a very long time just because of you know, bacteria in the tube and all of that. Finally, here are the products I'm letting go of. There really aren't that many. I have 11 products altogether, but it is quite a bit more than I thought I would be letting go of, so I think I did all right. Although there are a few that I decided to hang on to that I will be testing out, and I'll be considering decluttering those in the future, maybe in round 2 of my declutter videos. So that is it for my high-end lipstick declutter video. I hope you enjoyed it. I wasn't able to let go of that many as expected, but there were a few that I parted with. I've pretty much finished the initial decluttering for all my makeup categories now, and I think I'm gonna revisit some of them again because I was watching my eyeshadow declutter video. I did a fast forward for that one, and I have a feeling there's still some more that I can pare down because the initial video was recorded about 5 months back. I also want to do round 2 for lippies because I wasn't able to let go of as many as I was hoping. Round 2 is going to be based on a viewer suggestion where instead of doing it by brand or by type of lip product, I'm going to be doing it by color family, where for example I swatch all of my red lipsticks and I decide that way which ones I want to keep versus let go of. So even though I didn't let go of that many products in this video, I hope you still enjoyed this declutter, more like a collection I suppose, and I will be trying to improve on this going forward. Now that I've let go of a few initial products, I think I'm a little bit more open to it. I mean, I know I still have a long ways to go, but slowly but surely I'm gonna dwindle down my collection, and I'm actually really excited to do my makeup inventory in the fall. I'm still ramping up to that. I want to let go of a whole bunch of additional products before I get to that point, but I will be filming my progress, so I hope you will follow along. So that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until I see you next time, please take care, and bye for now.